is Sunday, and it is the 21st. Sometimes I wake up and I get night terrors, and I don't know if it's because I grew up in such a way where I had to sleep with one eye open, like growing up in juvenile hall, fighting all the time, and people getting ripped out of their bunks and beat up and going to prison. You don't know who's gonna, in jail, you don't know who's gonna come after you. So anyways, I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes and I can't sleep. Hey, brother. And it feels like darkness is around me. I don't know if you can relate to that at all. But one of the things that I do, what up, brother? One of the things that I do is I grab my Bible. See, a lot of people, when they feel threatened or something like that, their instincts kick in and they want to grab a weapon of choice. Say you have an intruder in your house. A lot of Americans, that's what they train for. They train for violence and aggression, like a lot of people carry, and concealed carry where I live and things like that. But I carry my Bible. Um, if you look at the New Testament church, you don't really see these guys walking around with weapons anymore. After the resurrection, at least. Before the resurrection, you see Peter drawing the sword, etc. But you don't really see these guys walking around with weapons like they did before the resurrection. There was some new power given to them after the resurrection, where they didn't need these weapons. The Bible says the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. So this got me to thinking, when I get woken up in the middle of the night, I grab my Bible, my 1611. That's why I believe the Bible is called the sword of the Spirit. Paul says, what can man do to me? So I think we got to snap out of this mindset that we have to protect ourselves. Yes, I'm for self-defense. That's great. But all these people walking around like they want to hurt somebody or something like that is crazy to me. And so, long story short, I read this verse in Psalm 119, and it's about the Lord being our hiding place. And when I am in a position where my emotions are firing, my feelings are improperly balanced in my mind, if there's a situation where it causes me to be uncertain about certain situations, whatever the case, I just run to God to be my hiding place, my refuge, my strong tower. And He's the only one who gives me peace. I can't find peace anymore in the world. I've tried to find peace in, all these different courses and never have found it. I've only found temporary peace in these things. But when I hide myself with the Lord or in the Lord, something mysterious always happens. It always results in me going to the book. And when I go to the book, the Bible, and I lay my eyes on the pages, it's like I'm hiding myself in a shelter or a tower that no one can get to me, no one can bother me, no one can touch me in this course, in this meditation. When I'm in my Bible, I feel close to God. I feel as close to God as I've ever felt. And I hope you do. I hope you do too. That's my hiding place, is the Bible. I don't have to hide anywhere else. A lot of people are hiding behind their materialism, their money, their prestige, their popularity, their reputation, their business, their wife. When I was in prison, they called the guys who were Christians, holy rollers, because they're rolling around with the Holy Bible, or Bible thumpers or whatever. Because in a lot of the guys in there, like the gangsters and the guys who were political, involved with, gangs and things like that, when they saw the Christian guys, they always kind of smirked at them because they thought they were phonies. They thought they were hiding behind the Bible so that they didn't have to participate in any gang violence. They didn't have to participate in any political structure, because that was kind of one of the outs. If you were in prison, you could become a Christian. Yes, you still had to participate if there was a riot or something like that, but for your race. But the idea is that you didn't have to participate in drug politics, gang politics, etc. You were kind of excluded. And the guys who were in the gangs, the shot callers, would look at these Christians kind of like with a smirk, because a lot of these guys do hide behind the Bible. And a lot of people do hide behind Christianity as a default, because they want to please other people. They want to please, society, or whatever the case. They want to please their family by being a certain way. But what I've noticed is that I hide in my Bible. I don't hide behind my Bible for anything. I hide in my Bible to find God. Anyways, that's it for today. God bless. Have a good weekend. Talk to you guys soon.